He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're Insufficient. What are you sticking in your head?
Hola, Chibato.
What's up, man?
Happy, whatever day this is.
Who knows anymore?
Welcome to Insufficient, episode 401.
Welcome. Come in.
Which is great. I love it. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of people doing factual Phish accounts like TikToks, podcasts. There's been like a resurgence. I don't know if it's because they're going to get into the Rock Hall of Fame. But
is everybody in?
But a lot of people are like, I want to talk about something, but I want to make sure I get it right. So come back for my next video. And it's like, no, that's not the insufficient way.
Well, we just don't subscribe to that type of behavior.
We shoot from the hip.
And we're usually wrong.
And that's okay.
Actually,
because
I don't think we are usually wrong. I think we're so locked in.
We're secretly...
We're not always right when it comes to, like,
Galua
or Gula.
I knew where you were going to go.
So far, we're 1 for 1, brother.
I got it.
So we might not be right about that stuff, but when we're talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Phish getting in 2 days before they even announce it, we're tied in. We're locked in.
We're locked. We know people.
Did you see Pork Tornado the other day?
Okay, so it was a fundraiser. I bought the ticket because I knew that...
For Pork Futures?
Yes.
Okay.
The longtime sound guy over at Nectar's unfortunately passed.
Ooh.
And so this was a charity event in honor of him. So it looked good that I could get up there. So I made the donation.
Okay.
Got everybody ready. And then the snow started and the wife told me that she didn't want to. And so we didn't. Very sad about that.
I am sorry about that. However, that same night, I was in a famed location of Phish history at the Worcester Centrum Center. I was seeing Monster Jam.
Monster Jam.
A little bit different. The whole time I was sitting there, I'm like, God damn, they need to come back here.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. Like, it's such a quaint...
It's a great place.
It's such a quaint atmosphere. I don't know why they won't. And they play venues that small. I think it holds about 10,000 people. So the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Rhode Island holds that. They played that in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, they play that all the time. Look at Mexico. That was like 6,000 people.
Oh, Mexico.
Just a little thing.
By the way, if you guys are going to play Mexico again, and by the way, I don't want to refer to you guys as you guys because we're not really talking to you. But it would be cool if Phish did a song in Spanish in Mexico.
I like it.
Just one.
We got a really cool episode coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
Right?
I think it was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Is it yesterday's episode?
It was.
Whatever, I can't.
Yeah, it was a really cool episode yesterday.
With Giobbi.
Hey!
With Giobbi.
Cool guy.
A.K.A. Mark. Great guy.
I mean...
Had a great time with him.
No, we don't even need to hype it up. We could hit the highlights.
We could hit the highlights.
But we're not going to.
No,
we're going to go directly into today's episode. No?
Not quite.
Okay.
Name 5 songs you want Phish to play at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony.
Ooh.
I mean, someone didn't get the memo here. Yem. 5 songs. 5 songs. Oh, this person, Vincent, also didn't get the memo. Gin and Juice. You know, I can't still...
The Gourds.
I can't believe that still is going around. That is from Napster.
Dude, that makes me so happy. and, by the way, Zach Brown Band does that version. And it's pretty funny.
There is no Phish version.
No, there's no Phish version.
Jack, Tweezer into Reprise, 15 to 20 minutes. You're welcome.
I don't hate that. Same set Reprise.
John, rock and roll. Sorry, brother. I love the song, but it is a fucking cover. We're not going to do that.
Lou Reed, dude.
BP, Divided Sky.
Petroleum?
BP McKenna.
Oh, that's dude's name.
Divided Sky into Bowie, into Piper, into Bowie, Fluffhead, Free, Maze, Squirming Coil. That is a lot to cover, and that's way more time. And they'd be eating into Billy Idol's time.
Also, when was the last time Phish actually did a set like that? They don't do that anymore.
I love that.
Okay, but it's been decades since they would go into songs, out of songs, into songs. That's not what they want to do. They mastered it. They were the best, and they're like, we're ready to try something new, like techno music. Which, that's what they should do. They should do what's going through your mind.
Yes.
And do the house remix.
Yes. I love that.
That
Everyone would
awesome.
fucking be jazzed. All right, a couple more. Dan, we got Chalk Dust, Gogi, Simple, Carini, and Reprise.
Okay, so take out Carini and put Sample in a jar. Deal.
Okay, Sean, Chalk Dust, Possum, Lawn Boy, Ass Handed, Yem, and there we go.
Interesting. I didn't think about it. Each band, let's do 5 songs. Trey sings 2. Paige, Mike, and Fishman all sing 1.
Okay.
So what's a Fishman sung song?
Blue Skies,
Sleeping Monkey.
Sleeping Monkey,
Lawn Boy, that's a good one. I didn't think about that.
Lawn Boy, Mull,
Mo. What would Mike sing?
Mike Song.
Nah, it's too long.
It is way too long.
Does Mike have any short ones?
I love Faye, Walfredo, plus 4 other songs. Duh. Dude, that's so good.
I would go back in time and I would say, hey, Phish, whatever you're about to do, don't do it.
With Walfredo?
Don't do it.
Yeah. It's like Spock's
Because
brain.
I'm going to hear about it for the rest of your career.
Walfredo and Spock's brain.
I don't mind Spock's brain, but
listen to it again and you'll be like, yeah, this is not good. Not great.
Probably not.
Or Punch Me in the Eye.
Punch Dave in the eye. Anyway, so
Yeah.
to go back to what I was talking about, which
Yes.
was the people trying to get things right. Somebody wanted to know, what's the original Phish song? The answer is Maka Super Policeman. It was written in 3rd fucking grade. Nothing's going back before then.
And they don't play it anymore, really.
They don't play it anymore. Besides Maka Super, your next best guess is Gogi. And that's it. And I don't know if you saw it, and I wanted to share it with you, but I don't think I did. Because I think I saw it on Twitter, which I know you're not a fan of, and I'm not either. It's just turned into like a real grumpy place. But it was Antelope. No, it was Trey's first band with the Dude of Life, and they're playing Grateful Dead songs, Franklin's Tower.
Oh,
And
yeah.
by the way, Trey fucking shreds. Whatever year this is, whatever grade he's in, he is leaps and bounds better than everybody
Are we
else.
thinking
in the
this
group.
is, if it's been recorded, it's 83.
And dude, it slaps.
Is it Phish?
No, it's called like Antelope something.
Oh, okay.
And it's Trey's
you
first
found a
band with
recording?
the Dude of Life.
You found a recording of this?
Somebody found it, and I was just listening to it
Why didn't you send it to me?
because it was on X.
Oh, I don't.
You don't have it.
I don't do it.
You don't do it.
I don't do it. Listen, this is something we've never done, and this is kind of stupid because how could we have not done a live one?
Yes,
But we haven't.
we haven't. I think we're gonna have to do it in 2 parts. There were 2 discs. There's a lot of backstory, and
I don't
there's
understand why there are 2 discs. There's only 12 songs on here.
Okay, but it's 131 minutes, and CDs only hold 90. So
And for many years,
many.
several albums fans asked,
Whoa.
when are you going to release a live album? And so they did. They called it a live one.
Yeah, that makes me angry. It's lazy.
Reached number 19 on the Rolling Stone Readers chart, number 3 on Rolling Stone's alternative chart, number 18 on the Billboard chart, having sold 492,000 copies.
I guarantee you that one of these songs has to be the all-time most streamed Phish song. Period.
What do you think it is?
I'm not going to tell you.
That's bullshit.
Until we get there.
That's bullshit.
You
All right.
Enjoy Myself, San Diego, December 7th.
Let's
That's the most quintessential. If anybody asks,
Yeah.
what's the most quintessential Phish song, period, that's it. That
Yeah.
version, December 7th, 1994. Go listen to it.
It's not my favorite version. However, it's my favorite version of Harry Hood.
Yeah, different show.
All right. Number 1, Bouncing Around the Room. This was recorded December 31st, 1994 at the Boston Garden.
One of us was there. And
It's
yes,
clearly you.
and yeah, every time that's the case, you know, if you were at one of these shows and you're a host of this show, you should chime in if you were at that show.
Great bouncing. I love that they got the crowd in there.
It's great.
It's a really good one.
And also bouncing.
I don't know how you fuck bouncing up, but
isn't it the last song on one of their albums?
It's the last song on Lawn Boy, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Stash recorded July 8th, 1994 at Great Woods, which you were also there for.
I was there.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, that Stash, cash. You got the Menkins in the back. You got the band in the front. Left to right, Paige, Trey, Mike, followed by Fishman.
That's
Beautiful.
Stash. And you guys can see this live on YouTube. They have the whole recording.
Yep.
They did this for a dinner and moving as well.
Let's go out to dinner
This
because
Stash-
Fish is groovy.
Yeah. This Stash goes so fucking hard.
Ham.
So hard. And I just heard a Stash from 93 that I was like, not great. This is 94. This thing fucking tears it up. I think this is one of, however, they have had many great Stashes since then, but this one, the way it peaks and the way they break it down and the way they build it up during the peak, it's stellar.
Part of the reason that we wanted to do the live one after yesterday's show with Mark is because his first show was in 93. We listened to it. It's great. It was a really cool run. But the jump that Fish made over the next 6 months between when they were in that late 93 to mid 94 is so staggering that all of these songs were recorded within a year of that show. And it's amazing.
The performances are amazing from 94.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Like 93 was really cool. 94, totally new, unique band. They've mastered whatever sound they were going for, which is different than the 93 sound.
Yes.
And I mean, they're just...
This is what I've said about 93. 93 is great, and you could totally see that they're virtuosos, and they could do anything they wanted to. However, the highjigs were super high then. They were very jokey. 94, they refined their sound, and you got beauty Fish out of this.
Dude,
right?
This is a live one. If I only had one album on a desert island, this is the album I'm taking.
I would agree with that. Slip Stitch and Pass is pretty great, but this is great.
Too short.
Yeah. Gumbo, number 3, December 2nd, 1994, at the Recreation Hall, University of California, Davis, California. This is my favorite Gumbo.
Bum, 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 bum. Dude, Paige
Have you got
is
the
on
horns?
time.
You got the horns?
Wah, 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 wah.
Quick song, just a great version of it.
Yeah, by the way,
This.
Dave the Truth did come out with Pork Tornado.
Oh, he did?
He did.
How's he look?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You looking good?
You look nice.
I just, this is where I think horns are really well suited for this song.
It's a excellent addition.
Yep. Montana, which is November 28th, 1994, Brick Breeden Fieldhouse at Montana State University. I love this groove. It's really Fishman's groove that I dig the most out of it. Fishman and Mike, it's a bass and drum-oriented song.
Yeah.
It's a fringe.
It's interesting. You know, I've had a lot of friends that like to pretend to be drummers, unlike you, that's actually a drummer. And they would like spend hours telling me how the end of Montana, the beat, the way that they lock it in, sends it into You Enjoy Myself in a really unique way.
Yes.
Is that true?
Well, but they're not at the same space. They're not recorded at the same space.
That's what I said.
Yeah, they're two different.
And I'm not even sure that Montana...
So you got to remind your friends who, maybe...
I don't
too
talk
much,
to them anymore.
All right,
They're
a little
fucking...
too much chlorine in the gene pool there.
There's a lot.
They realize that this is a mashup from different shows, right?
Yeah.
So basically, you can just thank the sound engineer who put the album together. Hey, pretty cool. You stick in Montana before You Enjoy Myself. Worked really well. They didn't do that.
Well, yeah.
And then here we go. You Enjoy Myself, December 7th.
But wait,
What?
if you go back to the Brick Beaton Fieldhouse Montana show. There is no song called Montana.
No, I know.
So it has to be part of Tweezer.
Something.
And, you know, it's good.
It's great. I love this jam.
But
it's notable enough for them to put it on the fucking Alive one.
Yeah.
You Enjoy Myself, December 7th, 1994, Speckles Theater Building, San Diego, California. Now, you have said...
I'm ready.
You've made this claim.
I'm ready to make it again.
This is two separate songs, two separate versions.
Close. So, this is... So, I'm driving in my car.
Yep.
Phish radio is on.
Yep.
They're playing the show from San Diego.
Okay.
And I'm listening to it. And it gets to a You Enjoy Myself. And to be honest with you, I'm not familiar with the whole show at this point. But I hear the You Enjoy Myself, and I find myself, like, telekinetically, sociopathically, whatever the right term is, knowing what the band's about to play as they're playing this song.
It's because you've heard it a million times.
Right. But as I'm doing it, I'm like, nope, that was wrong. And then it keeps going. I'm like, nope, that was wrong. And so there are moments where it's absolutely 100% correct, and then moments where it's off by a small bit. And so what I think Phish did when they released the Alive one is they recorded the songs live and they added tracks, or they redid certain parts for the release. So it's part studio, part live. And
but it's not.
Go back and listen.
I have. It's the same song.
It's not the
It's
same
the
song.
same song.
Not the same song.
Why would they choose just another You Enjoy Myself that was complete?
It's not that it's not complete.
Okay,
It's-
that was met all of the criteria. They could have found a million of them.
So they could have, but this version is 99% the exact song you want it to be. For the album, Phish added that 1% to make it a 100.
I didn't think that Trey's guitar section
Oh my
was
God.
that great in this version.
Oh my dude! After Page comes out and fucking destroys
It's
everybody,
good, but it's not my favorite. However, I think that the vocal jam part is probably one of my favorite vocal
I
jams.
hate the vocal jam. Ugh, dude,
Anyways.
I know you want to shelf Tweezer, shelf the vocal jam, but they kind of did, because Fishman gets fed up and he just starts playing drums, and then
Yeah, he's over it.
Trey comes in.
Chalk Dust Torture, Little Fuck, November 16th from 1994, Hill Auditorium, University of Michigan. By the way, best. I'm not even gonna say best version of Chalk Dust Torture. One, if not the top 10. I'll say top 10.
No, it's
Top
as
5.
good as it gets. It's as good as it gets for a long time.
It's not that, and it has nothing to do with it being, because I know Chalk Dust Torture has now been a launch pad for Type 2s. I get it. I understand. However, this is how they used to play it, Type 1 all the way through. The build-ups for this is like how it's constructed. Think of yourself going into a building, right? You're walking in the front door, that's the beginning of the song. You move up to the second level, they start bringing up the third level, they bring it up. You can hear all the different levels of crescendoing to the point where you hear them screaming in the background because they're so excited that this is all jiving the way that they wanted to. And I love
Literal
that.
pants jizzed.
They capture a moment in this band and for themselves that they realized in the real time. You can hear them. Yes, this is all working. I love that. It's so cool, man. Like, I've been in these situations where you're jamming with people and you've been playing with them for a long time and you just hit it right, and every next step that you make is the right step. And
I'm jealous.
they did it. It's so good.
That sounds
Slave to
awesome.
the Traffic Light, November 26, 1994, Orpheum Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So not to be confused with Boston Orpheum
By the way,
Theater.
third song from November on that college kind of, I mean, at that point it was a college run.
Yeah.
Until they get out to the West Coast. At some point, instead of doing like a thumbs up, thumbs down of a show, we should just list off in a row how many fucking shows they played on this fall tour.
I love it.
It's like non-fucking stop, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're slave to the traffic light.
By the way, a beautiful slave. And it also makes me think, like, it's so beautiful, so perfect, that I do feel like parts of Page's and parts of Trey's were re-recorded and added.
I don't. It defeats the purpose of what they're about.
It's Phish. There is no purpose. They're like, oh, you want a live album? We're going to sneak on some fucking recorded tracks.
Purpose is to nail the fucking song live, which they do, and they don't need to re-record it. I just don't. I don't buy into that theory.
I do. They absolutely are the type of people, particularly Trey.
They're so vain.
No, it's not that they're so vain. It's fucking crafty. It's Trey being a dickweed. He's like, haha, it's a live one.
It would be vanity. It would be like saying, this isn't working the way that we want it, so we need to re-record it because we can't.
It doesn't have to be a negative. It can be all a positive. You have such great structures at these shows for these, 12 songs, and then you listen to them, and either they re-recorded tracks or somebody mixed it so fucking well that it sounds like they re-recorded.
That's what it's probably closer to. It's been mixed really well, and
it has been.
It's very clear. It's mixed geniusly.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyways,
Matt, before we go to disc 2, 4 band members, 4 random dogs. You ready?
Do it.
Irish Wolfhound. 3, 2, 1. Trey.
Mike.
How come?
Because they're really subdued animals. Just because they're shaggy, which I know that's why you're relating it to Trey.
Well, and Trey's red-haired, so Irish, obviously.
Yeah, but the Irish Wolfhound is fucking gray.
Dude, and he's kind of Mike's kind of a wolfhound, if you know what I'm saying.
He's definitely, dude, look at Mike's hair. It's like a Brillo pad. And then look at the Irish Wolfhound. It's Brillo-y. And they're very sweet animals, very calm and relaxed. I don't see Trey as being that. Not to say that he's not a sweet person, but no.
Yeah, Mike is in the top 50% of nicest members of the band. Dog number 2, Shiba Inu.
Oh, I gotta see what that is, though.
Oh, you gotta see what a Shiba Inu is?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a small German Shepherd with orange hair.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1. Page.
Trey.
All right. I mean, I see that.
Look at that friendly. I'll post a little snippet of the clip, but it's Trey. Look at the happy little face.
You know what? When we do it, you can put up a picture of the dogs as we're naming them.
This is what we're doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 3, Basset Hound. 3, 2, 1.
Fishman.
He's a hound dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's bird dogging it. He's getting
crying
after
all the
it.
time.
Dude, he's got fucking blue shoes.
Yep.
I like it. Okay, last one. Who do you have left? Paige. And I've got Mike. The Dalmatian. I don't mind my 4. You saying Paige isn't a Dalmatian?
No, he's not. Dalmatian are asshole dogs, dude. They're
yeah,
really
but they look nice.
They're not, though. They're mean animals.
Got a little fucking hat on.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not very nice. They're like notoriously not nice dogs. We can't be done. We have shit to do.
He's Matt. I'm Nick. This was part 1 of a live one. Insuphishient. Chuck the deuce.
Chuck D. I can't believe that. I can't give. So you had Mike. I think that should have gone to Fishman almost. But
Fishman should be the Dalmatian?
Yeah, he's got the aggression.
Trey is the only one with the real aggression.
When we were talking to Giobi, he was saying how you could hear, back in the day, you could hear Fishman screaming out, and he's the aggressive one. If you're getting into a brawl, if it's the 4 of them going out to the bar, and Trey smacks some girl's ass, and he gets into a fight, Fishman's the one coming out like a fucking bulldog, railing them.
Okay, so for tomorrow, I want you to think about which member of the band is your tag team champion partner.
Okay, I love that.
Did I say Matt and Nick?
Yeah, you did.